and in this video I'm going to be showing you how to set up Facebook and Instagram ads that actually reach or actually meet rich clients online. Let's get right into the video. This is what you want to do. This video, you're going to come over to facebook.com. So we're now inside of our ads manager, and I want to show you how to go about this. This is a test ad account I have. So to get these people who are actually buyers and are rich people, this is what you need to do. You're going to come to, first you're going to come into the ads manager, and then you click the green button that says create, right? Depending on what you want to create, right? It could be awareness, but we don't use that option. Traffic, we don't use that option. So it's going to be either engagement or anything from engagement downwards. Am I right? So let us say, for example, we want people who would come into our Instagram and send us, say, messages. What I'm going to do is I'll click engagement, and then I'll click continue. I'll click manual engagement campaign. I'll click continue. Now, next thing we're going to put here is, of course you have to give your campaign a name, any name of choice or whatever you deem fit. Just put it. I'm going to call mine Rich Buyers Campaign. So now we'll call this a Rich Buyers Campaign. We'll scroll down, and of course we're going to leave everything else here off because this is an engagement ad, right? So we'll go to the ad set level. So what do we have on the ad set level? Please follow along with this tutorial. First thing here, we have an ad set. Now you know that if you are running ads, if you're someone who has been running ads for a while, you must have heard this before, that when running ads, you don't just run a single ad. You have to test different versions of the ad to see what performs best. And for that reason, we're going to have multiple different ad creatives inside this one ad set. So I'm going to call this the Rich Buyers ad set. Okay, Rich Buyers again, and I'll scroll down. Now this is an ad for Instagram, don't forget. So where do we want it to display? We want to display this on Instagram. So what do? We turn off Messenger, and we leave Instagram turned on. We leave WhatsApp off. So bit. Now here in bid, you leave it as maximum number of conversations and don't do any bid control. For the daily budget, my friends, for the daily budget, you have to start where you're comfortable. But I'm going to tell you the truth, that whatever ad you are running, if what you deem or what you see as comfortable is not something that your competitors are using, I'm sorry, but you will not get good results. You won't be able to reach these rich buyers, okay? So you need to start out with a daily budget that makes sense, all right? I would recommend anything from 20,000 and above. Anything from 20K and above is a good place to start. So let us say, I'll just say 20,000 for this, right? Which is equivalent to about $10 to $15. Okay. Start date. I like my ads starting from 12 midnight of a new day, right? So I'm going to set them to start from 12 midnight of the next day. It's just a ritual for me. You don't have to do it. All right. Now, locations. So first things first, these people you want to reach, where are they? What location are they? What location are they? I want you to start narrow. Start narrow with the locations you know are the best possible locations before you start branching out. For a Nigerian business, let us say you are in e-commerce and you sell your stuff all over Lagos and even outside Lagos. You can deliver to people outside Lagos. What location would you be starting with? What I'll do is, I'll just come into research. I'll come to do some research. Google is still a good platform for research. Don't let anyone deceive you. You can use Google or you can use AI to do some research and find out. What I'll just put here is high GDP in Nigeria. All right. So states with higher GDP in Nigeria, it will tell you everything. Can you see? It says Lagos, Rivers, Akwa Ibom. There's even a report here that gives you the top 10. But let's look at the top 10. Let's look at the top 10. Now can you see? Lagos, Rivers, Akwa Ibom, Delta, Ondo, Ogun State, Bayelsa, I'm not sure about these ones, right? I think this GDP that is calculating here is based on maybe agricultural products or no. But okay, this one says states that has the highest income in Nigeria. Okay, states with the highest income in Nigeria, right? Or look at states with the most expensive places to live, right? But we don't want that one. So from what I know and from experience, although you can do your own research, but let me tell you the truth. If you decide to target the entire Nigeria on your ad, when your ad starts displaying, you'll find out that there are about 5 to 6 states that your ad is reaching people, and other states is just 000. And let me show you some of those states. I don't want you to put all 5 states, but I'm going to show you because you need to put at least 2 or 3 of these states and you're good. First one, of course, is the king of them all, being Lagos State. Pick the county, Lagos, all right? Another one you can also pick is, because this is the center of power, Federal, don't write Abuja, right? Federal Capital Territory. Okay? So Federal Capital Territory. Now what other location can we pick? There's also Rivers State. Rivers State, the county. Okay? If we put in these 3 states, for someone doing e-commerce or trying to sell something all over Nigeria, I think this is a good place to start. Now you can see that the audience is still on 33.8 million. We want that to reduce because this is too high. I like having an audience between 1 million to 10 million maximum. Alright? $1 million to 10 million maximum. So what would I do? I'll untick reach more people. What this button does is it brings more people that are even not the rich people you are trying to reach out to, right? It brings those kind of people, and you don't want that. Okay, so you untick it. Can you see now it's now 15.6 million? All right, let's come down. When we come down, what next? Advantage audience. What are we going to do? We'll switch to original and click use original audience options. Okay, now when we click to use original audience options, what are we going to do? We'll click this. We'll scroll down. Now, what is the age bracket? The age bracket of those you are trying to reach. My advice would be leave this open and broad. But if you are selling something that is very specific, you can decide to tweak this age bracket. Okay? And also, what is the gender? What is the gender? Let us put this instance that you are trying to sell hair. Okay? You're trying to sell hair to females. So, would you be selling hair to men? I don't think so. Right? So, what would you do? You change the gender to women. Watch the audience size. Watch the audience size. Can you see it? 7.2 to 8.5 already. It's already 7.2 to 8.5 million people. And you potentially would have 20 to 57 conversations per day. That's a lot of conversations. But that's not the point. Now we're going to come over first to our placements. Don't forget we said we want to display this ad on just Instagram, right? So what are we going to do? We'll come to Advantage Plus and we'll tick manual placements. When we tick manual, don't forget it's still showing us 7.2 to 8.5 million. We're going to remove everything that has stuff to do with Facebook. So we'll come to devices, all devices, we'll change it to mobile only. That's mobile phones, mobile, everything mobile. So we'll change it to mobile and then we'll untick Facebook. Now look at the audience size. You see it? 2.3 to 2.7. This is now a sweet spot audience for us to run our ads to. But there's one thing that brought us to this video, actually how to get these rich buyers. And I'm going to show you right after this. Now, and what we're going to do here is we're going to come out to the place where it says Advantage Detailed Targeting. Now, the first thing I want you to put in here is an interest called engaged shoppers. Now, what's the reason why we put engaged shoppers? The reason behind it is engaged shoppers shows a group or a set of people who have made a purchase on Facebook or Instagram within the last 7 days. You see it? they've clicked it, meaning they showed that intent to buy something. Think about it. If someone doesn't intend to buy something, would they click pay for this? Would they click shop now? They won't. But because they clicked that button, regardless of who they are, Instagram, Facebook has tracked them as people who have the characteristics of those who buy things online. So this is one way to really find out, right? So you're going to take engage shoppers, right? Now when you click engage shoppers, what is your audience size? Look at it, 472 to 500,000. But we don't want that. It's too small. It's too small. So what are we going to do? We're trying to sell hair. So another thing I'm going to use is let us say hair. There should be something here for us. Hair products, hair care. Can you see it? And this is a hairstylist. Okay, so a hairstylist will be interested in health style, or hair care. But we want someone who is a client of a hairstylist. All right. So what would a client of a hairstylist be interested in? Right. So we're trying stuff like hair extensions. Okay. So hair extensions is what we can add. We can add hair extensions, and we see that the audience will boost up to 689. Now with those two interests we have added, because I want you to know this. This is how I set up my ads. I follow the rule of using keywords. What does this mean? This means that for the very first term I will type into my interest targeting, it must be something related to what I'm trying to sell. So if I'm trying to sell clothes, the first thing I'm typing here is clothing. I won't type any rich people, this one, that one. I'll first type in clothing. That's the first thing. Alright? Then after that, other things can follow. So hair extensions, when we put in relevance, we are also seeing wig. Hair care is also good, right? So we put wig, hair care as good. So now let's see the audience size. 886 to 1 million. Let's still bump it up a bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come to that audience place again, and then there's lace wig, hair care, long hair, right? Long hair products. What do we put? We can decide to put hair products, right? We can decide to put hair products. Now what does that take us? Let's check. It takes us to 1 million to 1.2 million. 1 million to 1.2 million. Alright, but these are great interests you can use. And after these interests, now you can see that just Instagram is ticked. So now you can see that just Instagram is ticked. Yeah, and it's going to display on the explore profile feed, explore home, stories, and reels. And that is okay, right? But now there's a level I want us to go to, right? Let us go set up our creatives before we touch one more thing on the targeting. So the targeting is good the way you displayed it, but also something you need to do. Now, on the ad level, let's also call the ad Rich Buyers Ad. Okay? So this is going to be ad 1. Yes, now because I know people keep telling you that test a lot of ads. Test. That's how you find out what will work. But they don't tell you how to test. Let me show you exactly how to test. First off, all the posts you want to use for your ads, you can decide to upload them on your Instagram or Facebook or whatever first, then go use them for the ads by coming here to ad setup and clicking use existing content. But if you don't want to do that and you want to set up the posts naturally, what you do is you come here to create ad, right? You'd then come to where it says set up creative. So you click that and then you upload your images. Now, when we say test, I hope you understand that what they are telling you to do is test images, test videos, test every format testable, right? There's a word like testable. So please, that's what they are telling you. They are not necessarily telling you go run like 15 different click boost posts 15 times. No, they just want you to use different images or use different videos at the same time, all on that same budget. So let's go pick the images we want to use. I put out some images we can use for this ad. So let's pick the images. This can be our first one, ad one. So we'll let it upload. These are all the images I set out here, but don't forget that testing requires that you use videos, multiple videos. I recommend videos, not images, okay? I recommend you using videos for your ads. So this is the first one I'm going to put out here, and I'm just going to select next. I'll select next again, and then in the place for the copy, I would put out a copy that is speaking about our hair, right? So I could say something like this: tired of hair looking like a sponge just after a few times of usage. Get a premium quality the hairs, and then we'll click done. May rise due to too few ad creatives, and this is one reason why a lot of people miss it, because they use too few ad creatives because they're not testing. If you are testing, your ad costs will be lower, because the system, Facebook, Instagram, would use their AI systems to find one of the creatives, one video or one image that will be okay and will be at a very affordable cost, right? So now we're going to add more creatives, but I'm going to show you how we're going to do it. Now we have created this first ad, and don't forget at the end of this, I've said DM I want this to get the hairs, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come to this place where it says use existing, right? In create new, I'll click edit, and the text question 1 would be remember I said click I want this. So I want this will be the first option there, okay? And then we'll have our auto reply to I want this. Then the second one can be, can I pay for this today? You see that? Can I pay for this today? Yes, that's how to do it. If you do this, I promise you, don't put a third question. Just have I want this and can I pay for this today? And then you save the template as hair conversations. All right. Then you click save. Okay. Now that's it for this one. You make sure you turn on website events if that's a possibility for that. Now this ad creative is ready. Can you see it? So now that one is ready to test and to get these rich people to actually to see which one of our ads they will resonate with the most, we need to add more creatives. Another reason for this is, aside them finding what they will resonate with, also to reduce our ad costs. We're going to come over here on the ad level, on this third level, we'll click duplicate, right? And then we're going to put existing campaign. I will duplicate it how many times? We'll duplicate it 3 times, not 32 times. 3 times, and we'll duplicate. So we're going to go put different videos for all the different ads. Now this first one says rich buyers ad 1 copy. We'll change to rich buyers ad 2. I advise you, please do this through a laptop or Facebook Ads Manager on your phone, and or let someone help you set this up. This is the way you actually reach these rich people, I tell you. So edit media, okay? Then we'll change the media to this one, and we'll click next, next, and then we can decide to use the same primary text. Done. You see it? So ad 1 is this one, ad 1 is this one, and ad 2 is this one. Now let's go back to ad 3. Don't forget, like I said, videos are advisable. I just don't want to upload videos in so it doesn't take so much of our time. So change this to what? Add what? 3. But before we go into this ad 3, check this out. Okay, now you're back. So ad 3, we're going to come here to media again. We'll click edit and edit media. Okay, and then we'll put this as our ad 3. Next, done. You see that? Next and done. Now this is our ad 3. Let's do the last one, and the last one is our ad 4. So first thing first is we'll change the name. First things, we'll change the name of the ad, and we'll then come down and change the creative. So we'll click edit, edit media, and then we'll put our ad 4. Next, next, next. You see it? Now from ad 1 to ad 4, you can see that there are 4 different creatives. This is a one image. I'm going to assume you're going to use a video for your own. This is another video. This is another video. Yeah. And then this is also another video. Please try to make videos, make different videos and do this. With this way, you are not blowing up Instagram, spending crazy money because you're boosting different posts. Also, you are not wasting your money because Instagram will be able to look through their systems, and after a while, one of your posts will resonate well with your audience, with that audience you set up. And after this, the next thing you then do is to click publish. But I want to show you a second way to set up this rich buyers ad set. Okay, let's go to the ad set level. So on the ad set level, you're going to scroll down to where the interests are. Scroll down to where the interests are. Of course, you leave your daily budget at 20,000. You leave the locations, and then where it says all these engaged shoppers, hair care, all of this, you're going to remove engaged shoppers. Okay, so now these are the interests: hair essentials, wig, hair care, hair products. You can, let's say, add online shopping, but we're going to do something. We're going to say we want this to be shown to people who are interested in these interests, and they are also interested in, and they are also engaged shoppers. You see that? So you click that button that says define further, and then you scroll down a bit, and then you write engaged shoppers. Meaning they are interested in wig, hair products, online shopping, but they must also be interested in, and they must also be engaged shoppers. I think that's a great way to go about it. Add something with engaged shoppers. I'll then add luxury lifestyle website. Yes. So when I add that, it means interested in hair extensions, wig, hair products, and online shopping, but also interested in like luxury websites and all. And you know what, luxury websites could be anything. It could be LV, it could be some luxury designer, something. But these are people who will be interested in stuff like this, and that's why we are using such an audience. Another one we can also use is luxury goods. I like using luxury goods when what I'm trying to advertise is a physical product, not a course. So luxury goods is one that works very well too, right? And then you can see we're already on almost 1 million. So this is it. This is it, and that is how you set up your rich buyers campaign. Let me know. Do you have any other suggestions to this? Have you tried this before? Let me know down below in the comments. All right, but that will be it for this part of the tutorial. So guys, I hope you got a lot of value from this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. And this is Mr. TRILLLIFE from Mr. TRILLLIFE to you out. I'll see you in the next video.